Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you. All right, folks. Let's take a look at the markets, see what's going on today. Spread a little Richard Hart wisdom today. Been watching a lot of Richard Hart videos lately. Man, that guy has been spot on about everything crypto related the last freaking 2 years. Absolutely incredible. Play a few videos to show that, and explain why I bought a few $100s more of Hex today. I just keep buying more Hex at this point. It's really like the one coin I just feel really good about for like 50 to 100 X gains. All right, folks. Bitcoin hanging out at about 17,000. Pretty much everything is basically where we were at yesterday. No change, even though the stock market is dumping a little bit today. We're kind of in that weird situation with the stock market where every time we get good job numbers, the stock market dumps because that means the Fed may have to raise inflation down the line. Of course, everybody wants to see the entire economy crash because that will basically mean the Fed will basically say mission accomplished, no more raising interest rates. So we're kind of in a weird situation where like everything's like opposite, but Bitcoin holding on strong. Let's play a little Richard Hart videos. I've been a big fan of Richard Hart for the last few months. The guy's been spot on about everything, and he did a few interviews the last couple days, and a lot of interviews from the last couple years where he's been proven right about everything. And here's him talking a little bit about how not to get wrecked in crypto. Let's go into the weekend with some wisdom.
Coming up in crypto, what would be your advice? And your advice was to not day trade. And I spent a long time chewing on that piece of advice, and I think because you have to be on exchanges, you have to constantly be like in and out of Tether, which is like, I'm kind of concerned. I don't currently hold any more Tether since a couple months ago, actually. But would you like to elaborate on that point you made to the audience?
So quite simply, the people that get rich in crypto are holders and founders, and everyone else gets annihilated. There is an exception. There's referral link guys. The referral link guys and
referral link guys, BitBoy, Crypto Banter, Crypto Lark, every big YouTuber who shills you referral links off leverage trading. Remember, folks, every time you lose, they get paid. And he's going to explain that a little bit. That's why I've always been saying anybody with referral links on their YouTube channel, they're a scammer. No matter what, they're a scammer. Or minimally a piece of human excrement.
General can only make money on you getting destroyed margin trading. So if there's if the referral link, like most YouTubers with funny face pictures, they're just promoting a margin trading link, and they know all their users get destroyed. They know all their users get liquidated. They know all their users get chopped up by fees because they get a report, and it shows how much their cut of the losses was. And so, if you want to be good and wholesome and honest and make the world a better place, you got to think, well, how do you help the users? How do you help the guys you're really trying to help? I mean, are you trying to make Tether another billion? Are you trying to make an exchange another billion? Are you trying to get Brian Armstrong another billion? And the answer for me is no. They have enough billions. Another billion wouldn't even make them even any happier. And it's just going to sit in the bank and get deployed by guys with, a worse moral compass that don't even care about crypto. So if you want to help the common man, you stop them from getting hacked. You help them to not get scammed. No free giveaways. Be very careful with free airdrops. Don't connect to weird dApps. Anyone that messages you is trying to scam you. Anyone that DMs you is trying to scam you. It's almost always an imposter with a misspelled username, and it's very hard to catch these misspellings sometimes, especially if they can use foreign character sets. Yeah. And then don't take counterparty risk, and for God's sake, don't trade. I mean, I bet you more people lost their stacks trading than they did in these collapses.
Every single person I got into crypto over the last couple years, I beg them, I say to them, just accumulate on the dumps. I won't talk to them for a few weeks. I'm saying, oh, you've been buying Cardano. No, I sold. I'm buying back in though. And I'm like, oh, when you buying back in? Oh, when it goes lower. Then Cardano would pump up a little bit. They'd send me a text message, I bought back in. And of course they bought back in at a pump, and then it dumps right back down. And then they sell again. Everybody who loses in crypto, every billionaire, every billionaire in crypto made their money off holding crypto for years. Meaning you buy in the bear market and you sell in the bull market, or you buy in the bear market and you just hold for a few cycles and then sell years later. All these people who say they're making money off trading, it's complete bullshit. Most of those everybody you see on YouTube trading, they're selling you something. It's a sales course. Buy my course on how to trade. Here's my referral link for Bybit. Nobody's making money. And the perfect example of that is Crypto Ran the Man Crypto Banter. He's a trading channel, folks. All the coins he promoted, every single one that he promoted and told you to trade and they're going to do great. Phantom, Giant Dump, down 99% from when they were telling you to buy it. Terra Luna, UST, you can just go down the list. Solana, all those coins they were trading in and out of, they're down 99.999%, but they're still making millions off you dumb motherfuckers going and hitting their referral links. Because when you lose money, they make money. This guy right here, scammers, all of them are scammers. Not a scammer, 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 scammer. These scammer, 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 all three. All right. In fact, I'll go through the YouTubers. I don't even care anymore. And I'll tell you which one is a scammer. They're pretty much 99% of all crypto YouTubers are scammers. All right, let's see what else is done. Here's some more words of wisdom from Richard Hart.
How much worse could things get before they finally get better?
I mean, the funny thing to me is that everyone's crying and moaning when the price is way higher than it was like a few weeks ago. Ethereum was $880 like what, 6 weeks ago, and now people are crying when it's 50% higher. You guys don't know what max pain is. Guys, look at the charts. You're on a nice bounce right now. Wait till you start making lower lows. When I said 11K and pray, the real call is 10,350. We're right now at like 16, 17, something like that. So you still have another third to lose to hit the normal drops 85% every 3 years target, or every 4 years. This is absolutely standard fare for crypto. The same stuff happens every single cycle, but people think it's new. I've been here since 2011. I've seen this exact same game show play out time and time and time again, which is why I was able to call the top on the day.
But not to this level. Not to this level. I think now.
No, but this level, we didn't even drop 85% yet.
People just don't get it. They don't get that all coins drop 95% and Bitcoin can drop up to 85%. People are like, oh, but it's way worse this time. No, Bitcoin's at $17,000. 85% is $12,000. That's where we could go. But people don't get it. Even people that have been in the space, it's like they forget. Like, don't you understand 4-year cycles and what happens? Richard Hart is basically explaining it. Every 3 years, we dump 85%. It's so simple. A retard could understand that. Corky, from the show Life Goes On. This drops 85% every 3 years. You get it? That's what's going to happen. Yeah, I get it. You're talking 70 IQ should understand this. But basic human nature, they can't get it. They can't get it because there's too much emotion in these fucked up brains. So yeah, Bitcoin could go down to $12,000, and that wouldn't be surprising. Now, if Bitcoin goes down to $5,000, then we might have a problem. All right, let's do some more Richard Hart wisdom. I love this Richard Hart wisdom.
Saying I told you so. Yeah, you know when that time and place is? Now, today. Because a lot of you guys that are watching the stream right now, you guys are still at risk because you won't listen. You give your private keys to other people. You give your private keys to people that say they're going to give you yield. You give your private keys to people that say, give us all your money and we'll give you a little bit of return. And then you hope and you beg and you pray, please let me get my principal back. And please let me get a little bit of yield, please. Even though these guys run off with all the money. A lot of you people watching right now are going to lose millions of more dollars because you avoid the wonderful advice that I give you for free. Not your keys, not your coins. You got admin keys, you're going to get wrecked. This is some stuff I think is funny. FTX.
Again, he called this a year ago, telling people, and basically what he's saying is, stop listening to these other YouTubers who are trying to get you on BlockFi, Celsius, Three Arrows Capital, the exchanges. They're all going to get you wrecked. And what happened? Everybody got wrecked. Every single person who didn't listen to this guy got wrecked. So I don't know why Richard Hart gets so much hate. I'm really becoming a big Richard Hart fanboy because the guy's been right. So here's a little bit more.
Founder who gets people wrecked for a living, advertises in e-gaming to get kids wrecked so that when they're old enough, they can go lose all their money, margin trading. puts his name on gaming stadiums so that people that watch millionaires go bounce rubber balls around, they can go get wrecked margin trading.
The international platform, it's a margin trading platform. It's a derivatives platform.
And by the way, it's all derivative, so you don't even have to buy real Bitcoin. They just make all the money. Bitcoin doesn't even receive price appreciation from it. Awesome. So this guy.
As you know, a lot of people have been hurt, genuinely hurt.
So Richard Hart called the Sam Bankman-Fried FTX collapse a year before it happened, folks.
One of the letters I got, I want to read to you, Sam, because it's from a gentleman who said that he lost his life savings. And the subject line is, Sam Bankman-Fried stole $2 million from me. It says, Andrew, can you please ask SBF why he decided to steal my life savings?
Not your keys, not your coin.
So anyway, you know, I'm just loving this Richard Hart. I've been making videos about him for a while, but everything he said about crypto has pretty much come true. And I wasn't even believing that this whole Sam Bankman-Fried situation was going to happen. Like, I was like, you know, yeah, he does do margin trading. He does seem a little sleazy, but I don't think his platform's a scam. Turned out to be a scam. So basically now I'm just 100% a Richard Hart fanboy. And is it because I'm obsessed with Richard Hart or I have some weird sicko fascination with him? No, it's because people who followed him made a lot of money, and I want to make a lot of money. I made a lot of mistakes over the last couple of years in crypto, and one of those big mistakes was following people I shouldn't have. I was stupid earlier on. I followed people like Crypto Ran. I followed people like this guy. I followed people like BitBoy. I followed people like Crypto Lark. You know, when I first got into crypto, it cost me probably $1 million. If I had just stuck following smart money, Richard Hart, I would be 100% retired right now. Now, yes, I did do well in crypto the last couple of years. I paid off a rental property. I only work like 20 hours a week now. My life is a lot better than it used to be. But it could be a lot better if I had only not listened. And it's my fault. I take personal responsibility for it. But if I had only not listened to all the scammers in the crypto space. And that's one reason I'm making this YouTube channel, is to let people know. Most people are scammers in YouTube. They're making money off your misery. When you lose money on leverage trading, when you go into BitGet, that BitBoy is promoting, they make money. They don't care about you. They just are looking for views, and that's it. Richard Hart is already a billionaire. He don't care. I mean, you know, whether you listen to him or not. It is what it is with him. And that's what I like about him. And there's nothing that I've investigated with him that has told me that he's a scammer or like Hex is a scam. Hex has never been hacked. Everybody who's basically been invested in Hex has made money. Now, Hex is down 90% just like everything else. But I think Hex is going to rip it in 2024. All right, folks, that's the Richard Hart news for the day. Let's see what else is going on. I found this little clip where Jim Cramer is basically saying Sam Bankman-Fried is a fraudster. You know, a lot of people are trying to say the mainstream media is supporting Sam Bankman-Fried. Not true. Not true.
Nothing. No. Some of the nicest people I know have spent some serious time in jail.
And he does seem genuinely sorry. But again, there are many out there who believe he's just a pathological liar.
Well, I'm that. He's
a
pathological liar. He's a con man. He admits to commingling two accounts that shouldn't be commingled, but then he says it doesn't really matter, and I feel badly. Well, you know what? Again, it doesn't matter if he's a pathological liar, the most honest man in America. The fact is he broke the law. And I understand why his lawyers don't want to talk, because a lot of times what the lawyers say is, if you admit and you do not seek Fifth Amendment protection, we can't help you. You will probably go to jail. See, lawyers say, you know, it's perhaps better that you don't say that you did the crime. Yeah. That tends to be why lawyers are lawyers.
So this kind of brings me to my next story. You know, a lot of people have been saying, why isn't Sam Bankman-Fried in jail? You know, they're comparing what he did to what Bernie Madoff did, which there are some similarities. But people have to realize the Bernie Madoff story is a little bit different. For one, I was kind of doing some research on this. There's actually an article. It says the actual circumstances of Madoff's arrest. The scheme was not detected by the government or the media, but was in fact revealed by Bernie Madoff himself, who confessed the whole thing to his sons. Once he realized that he could not keep up the fraud anymore, according to the criminal complaint filed on the day of his arrest, Madoff told his sons that he was finished and that he had absolutely nothing. And it was all one big Ponzi scheme. His son then called the FBI, and 2 days later, agents arrested them. So you have to remember, there's a stark difference between what is going on. For one, Sam Bankman-Fried is based out of the Bahamas, but Sam Bankman-Fried has not admitted to running a scam. He's admitted to basically just saying, oh, I made some mistakes. And there was no whistleblower involved with Sam Bankman-Fried. So basically, there's no admission of a crime. You know, if I admit to killing somebody and I go to the police station, they're going to take me right in. If they have to build the evidence, I might not get arrested for a few weeks, a few months, maybe even a year. So that's what's going on with Sam Bankman-Fried. There's no question in my mind, like within the next 6 months, he's going to be in jail. I mean, there's no question in my mind. And right now, the government is probably just enjoying all the interviews he's doing because he's just digging his hole deeper. But the motion of the law moves slowly. Before I got into crypto, I've said this before, I did some penny stock trading. Made some good money, but I lost a lot of money too. I was in this stock called Bebevco, BBDA, and the guy was a complete scammer. It took him about 3 years before the SEC finally charged him. He ended up getting some jail time, but he also ended up having to pay like a huge fine. And that was, we're talking like a couple $1 million, in fraud here, not the billions from Sam Bankman-Fried. But it always takes time. So, right now I think the government, they're just waiting for him to basically just self-incriminate. And that's what he's doing. So people are so impatient. And I guess I am too. Because you want to see this guy in jail. And it's going to be a great trial. Hopefully it's televised. But I would give it I think within the next 3 to 6 months, you'll definitely see him locked up. But we shall see. We shall see. All right, what else is going on? Cardano. 62,000 increase as top projects skyrocket and drives the development of the ecosystem. According to reports, Indigo Protocol topped the list of projects with the highest increase in unique account growths, 62,000% in the last 5 days. Last week, Cardano co-founder Charles Hoskinson disclosed a 90% increase in daily activity on network addresses. Yep, just a little bit of Cardano news for the day. I think Cardano is going to kill it in 2024, and I'm just going to say that every chance that I get. All right, let's see what else is going on. All right, we had a little bit of a DeFi hack, Anchor Protocol hack yesterday. Some guy made a few $1 million. Not like a huge deal, but my point is, I've been saying this before. I think I said this in the previous video. Everybody rushing into DeFi right now, everybody rushing into these decentralized exchanges. I think so many people are going to get hacked using DeFi. I'm not a big believer in DeFi. I'd actually rather be on a decentralized exchange, to be honest with you, or a centralized exchange, as long as it's a good one like Binance or Coinbase. I think what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to put all their money in these DeFi projects and use all these new decentralized DeFi exchanges are going to pop up next year because everybody's going to be like, no, we got to get off the centralized exchanges. And there's going to be like $1 billion hack, and that'll probably be what leads us into the next crypto bear market in a couple of years. So I'm going to keep saying that because I do not trust this DeFi any further than I can throw it. I think it's a big scam. All right, folks, that's it. I'm almost at 400 subscribers. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I really wasn't expecting to get any subscribers when I started this YouTube channel. And that's it. Have a good weekend. We'll see what happens. I don't really expect much to happen with Bitcoin this weekend. We're in that boring phase. Coming near to the lows. Buy the dips. Stop listening to the scammers. Don't listen to me. Listen to Richard Heart. This guy, I believe if you follow him, he will lead you into the promised land for the next bull market. I would also say Gareth Soloway, but Richard Hart does more videos, so he'll keep you updated. Richard Hart or Gareth Soloway sells a service, and you have to do all that stuff and see what he's a trader. Actually, I would say not Gareth Soloway because Gareth Soloway is a trader, and there have been some bad trades for Gareth Soloway. I would just say stick with Richard Hart, where he basically says buy the dips And when we go into that next bull market, if you're in Hex, Cardano, you know, all the big projects that are probably going to skyrocket, Theta, Ethereum, you're going to do very, very well in 2024. All right, folks, like and subscribe. Have a good weekend.